Hello everyone, I'm Laura Dormer from the Evidence Base. I'm delighted to be joined today by Mariam Bibi, Managing Director of the GetReal Institute. Today she'll be giving us a preview of the upcoming GetReal Conference, which will take place in early October in Utrecht. So thank you for joining us today, Mariam.
Thanks, Laura. It's lovely to be here.
So you've recently stepped into the role of Managing Director at the GetReal Institute. So how are you finding this so far?
It's been an exciting start. I feel really privileged to continue the amazing work that the GetReal Institute does. And it was built on strong foundations, as you know, the IMI GetReal projects. It's great to work with a diverse group of members who are very much engaged in the work that we do, and also partner with different organisations, because I think real world evidence is really coming into its own at the moment. But the community is what's really important for the Institute, and I'm really enjoying working with them all, co-creating not just the programme for this conference, but also some of the research that we're doing. We've recently changed the way that we do research at the Institute. The members are now very much involved in the topics that we work on in the selection process. So it's challenging, but it's really rewarding as well.
Thank you. And this year's conference theme is real world evidence with real world confidence, shaping the future of healthcare. So why was this particular theme chosen?
So I think it's important for me to say that the programme was co-developed with our membership. And the reason for the theme for this year's conference is I think there's been a lot of momentum in the field. So real world evidence has really matured over the last 5-6 years. And I think it's important now that we move the dialogue along. So users of real world evidence, the different stakeholders who use real world evidence to make decisions, feel confident in the evidence that's presented to them, but also researchers who are conducting the research also feel comfortable with the evidence that they're submitting. So it's really a combination of where we are in the real world evidence space, but also ensuring that not just our members, but also the audience at the conference comes away feeling much more confident in the real world evidence space, but also being part of that community.
Looking ahead to Utrecht, which speakers and topics are you most excited about, and what do you hope attendees will take away from the conference?
So it's really difficult for me to answer that question because I've been involved in the whole programme, and they are all really, really good speakers, and we're really, really lucky to have a diverse group of speakers who have agreed to take part in the conference. So we've got representation from regulators, from HTA bodies, payers, industry, and patient representatives, all bringing their unique perspectives, which I think is really important because although the conference is about real world evidence, different stakeholders approach it with a very different perspective. There are different types of sessions, I would say. So what we've tried to do is to ensure that the audience remains engaged and they learn. We've really spent some time thinking about what format we want each of those sessions to take. So, for example, we have interactive sessions, we have presentations and Q&As, we have a hot seat where it's more of a debate. But I think for me, I would like the audience to absorb everything and make the most of the conference. So it's not just about learning, it's also about networking. And we've very carefully included some networking sessions throughout the day and a half. I think it's important as well for me that people who attend the conference go away feeling inspired, but also go away with practical tips. So they feel inspired that real world evidence is coming into its own. Like I said at the beginning, you know, we've seen a level of maturity, but we also want attendees to feel like they've learned something that they can apply in their day-to-day jobs. So the things that we'll be talking about is study designs, about transparency for different stakeholders. When they look at this type of evidence, can they trust that evidence, and how do we achieve that? So I'm hoping that when attendees attend the conference and they go away, they feel inspired, but also feel confident that they can apply some of the learnings. And I'm hoping that there will be a lot of practical case studies and tips that the speakers will share with the audience.
That's great. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you for sharing these insights. I think it's looking to be a really insightful and useful event. So really looking forward to seeing how the whole programme plays out in Utrecht. And for everyone watching, make sure you look out for more updates from GetReal 2025 here on the Evidence Space. Thank you again, Mariam, for joining me.
Thank you.